Hello, Merry Meet. So I thought I would do another whole video of the various fiction books, science fiction, fantasy, horror, manga, role-playing games, and so on that I've gotten since the last time I did one of these. So let's start with mangas. I have He's My Only Vampire, number 3 by Aya Shoto. It's by Yen Press. Here they have done something nice with the cover. It sort of feels textured and nice to touch, but it doesn't feel sticky. So they'll get a point for that one. And I have Blue Exorcist, number 13 by Kase Kato by Viz Media. And let's see here, there we go. And I have The Ancient Magus' Bride, number 1 by Kore Yamasaki, and it's by 7 Seas. I've gotten some dirt on it. Annoying, but anyway, there we have it. It's like if I needed another series to follow, but it just looked so interesting I couldn't help myself. I have Dragonar Academy, number 6, and it's by art by Ran and story by Shiki Mitsushi. I'm probably butchering these names, and sorry, I'm just not good with pronunciations. And it's by 7 Seas. And I have Puelamagi Tart Magica, The Legend of Jeanne d'Arc, number 1, and it's by Yen Press. I love Puelamagi Madoka Magica, Puelamagi. So I sort of like the way they're doing these series. Basically, you generally have trilogies. Sometimes it's 4 books, sometimes it's 2, following one magic girl or another. And instead of very, very long series. And yeah, there we have the soul-eating bunny himself. So yeah. And then I have Kiss of the Rose Princess, number 2 by Aya Shoto. And it's by Viz Media. I have Spell of Desire by Tomo Ome, and it's by Viz Media. It's number 4. And I have, since I'm a huge fan of Sword Art Online, and I just picked up one of the new series, so I could see how I like the manga before getting into something that's been running for ever. And it's Sword Art Online Girls Ups. Art by Neko Boy, an original story by Reiki Kavanara, I think, by Yen Press. Fairly thick manga volume. But yes. Then we can go to some of the more different books, not novels and not basically mangas, well, something a little bit different. And I have 101 Horror Movies You Must See Before You Die by Stephen J. Schindler, and it's by Barron's. I saw YouTube reviewers talking about this, and I just have to have it. It's just chock full of information on various horror movies. Since I'm a horror movie fanatic, I thought that would be good for me. And then I have this one here. It's Gothic Jewelry. And if you hear some sloshing in the background, it's the dishwasher. I have Gothic Jewelry by Harriet Smith. 35 Scary Project to Make, Give, and Wear, and it's by Seiko Books. I like this one, but there's one problem with it, and that it's that while it's really, really, really fun and nice project, they do require some specialty equipment that not everybody has, but still, nice book. And I picked up 2 basically coloring books. Yeah, no, I'm an adult, but I have this tendency that I have to do something with my hands. So when for example, when I and my husband are playing computer games and it's his time to play, I'm paying attention to the story and the score and all such. I need something to occupy my hands without having to spend a lot of brain capacity on it. So I thought coloring books might be nice. So I've gotten Wondrous Wizards and Vampires. So they would be good to use for that. And then I have one Western comic book thing and graphic novel, and that is The Eye of the World graphic novel volume 6 by Robert Jordan and Chuck Dixon and Andy Tong. And I have gotten this thing here. It's Transformers Animated, the Complete Allspark Almanac by Jim Sorensen and Bill Foster, and it's by IDW. It's basically all the information you could possibly want about Transformers Animated. You can see it. Character bios, everything. And it's such a huge, heavy book. So, yeah. And then I have gotten some role-playing games. I have gotten Companions Complete by Derek Heimforth. And it's published by, I have no idea here. It's by using the Hero system. At least I think it's Hero Games that's published it. It's a core book. Just picked that up sort of on a whim because I've been a bit into superhero role-playing games lately. And I have Power Profiles for Mutants and Masterminds by Steve Kenson, and it's by GGR. This also has that Satan's Ball sack cover. And speaking of superhero games, I have this one, The Blood of Heroes, the superhero and villains role-playing game. It's a special edition. It's basically a role-playing game. Never heard of it before. Thought it would be interesting to check out. And I have Companions Powers for using the Hero system, and it's written by Steve S. Long by Hero Games Publishing. And I have Trice Told Tales by Anderson, McGregor, Romer, Ryan, and Shirley. It's for Ars Magica, and it's by Atlas Games. And I have one that I've been waiting to get for so long. It's basically, the reason why I haven't gotten it is that it's just 1 2-page thing in there I want that's different from the regular edition. But for completion's sake, I finally got it. And it is Mind's Eye Theater, Laws of Ascension, Live Action Rules for Playing Mages by White Wolf. Basically, in here there's one section, you can also find it on the internet, that basically links the avatars of mages to Exalted. And it's really, really interesting. And yeah, but I have the regular edition of this. That's soft cover. But this is the special edition. And eventually I picked that up as well. So yes, got that. Very excited about that. And when we're talking about World of Darkness here, a friend of mine, and I got these a while ago, I just forgot to show them, so I'm showing them now. Selling off some role-playing game books, I managed to snag these here for a very good price. It's the special edition Vampire 20th edition companion. Nice leather. Real leather too. It's the same information that you have in the companion that I already have, but this is a special edition and he wasn't charging too much for it. And the special edition leather bond of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th anniversary edition. So that now I have an order for, because I did back it on I did back it I have coming the Mage Ascension 20th Anniversary Edition, and I'm so excited about that because it's my favorite role-playing game. Anyway, when that arrives, I will have all of the big three World of Darkness 20th Anniversary Edition books in leather bound, so that will be nice. I also have a Demon Translation Guide. I haven't read this yet. I understand the translation guides between Requiem and Vampire the Masquerade, for example, or between Awakening and Ascension. And of course, this is by Onyx Path and White Wolf. But how the hell are they managing to basically cross over Fall and the new game and the Sant? I just doesn't Demon the Sant and Demon the Fall is so different. I don't really see how they managed to do that, but I'm sure they have something clever planned out. And then I have Mummy the Curse, the Avarice Chronicle collected edition. Basically, it's a chronicle for Mummy the Curse, and of course by Onyx and White Wolf. And then we have some novels. I have The Mountain Rise, Book 1 of the Embers of Elenial series by Michael G. Manning. And it's published by, it doesn't say. Sure, it's in here somewhere. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. Nope, doesn't say. Oh well. This book here, I haven't read it yet. It looked interesting. And I have The Lore of the Everman Saga Book 4 by James Maxwell. And it's by whatever company that is. And I have Lifeless by Adrian Stackard. And it's published by Flux, which is basically the young adults company of Llewellyn. It doesn't say here that it's on the cover at least, but it is book 2 and it's a continuation of Wordless. And I have Half Wild by Sally Green, and it's by Viking, and it's the continuation of Half Bad. And then I have The Silent Tempest, Book 2 of the Embers of Elenial, Book 2 of the one I showed earlier, by Michael G. Manning. Again, nothing said about who made it, but yes, this man wrote it at least. Well, they. And then I have The Promise of Blood, Book 1 of the Powder Mage trilogy by Brian McCullen. I have ordered Book 2 of this. It's a pretty interesting series. It's made by Fantasy Orbit. That. And I have Avalon Rising. It's one of the Metal and Lace novels. I think it's Book 2. And it's by Catherine Rose and Flux. Some basically steampunk in Camelot. Perfect. And I have one here that's normally it's not my style because it's I prefer a science fiction more with aliens and such than social commentary, but I got it anyway. It's Zero Boxer by Fonda Lee, and it's by Flux. Basically, it's about this sort of dystopian society where you have boxing in zero gravity and the characters around that. It sort of got squished because Amazon has been very naughty lately, and not basically earlier they had this cardboard, heavy cardboard. They sort of used plastic to fasten all the books onto that, and then they were secure within the box. Now they don't. Now they just throw everything in there so that when you have big, heavy role-playing game books and such, they sort of squish little paperbacks. And that's what happened to poor little Zero Boxer here. But I didn't bother to send it in because that costs money, and it's fully readable even if it's been a little bit squished, and I'm sure I can unsquish it at some point. Only 2 books left, and they are World of Darkness. We have The Beast Within, a Vampire the Masquerade anthology edited by Stuart Wick. Of course by Onyx Path and White Wolf. And the last book I have to show you today are The Poison Tree by Mike Lee by White Wolf and Onyx Path. It's basically a novel set in Werewolf the Apocalypse. So yeah, those were the books I had to show you. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and blessed be.